Hello, welcome back to the channel of nonsense, welcome back to my house and welcome to my rat cage. I've got some big motorbike news because Yamaha has just announced the 2026 Tenere 700 World Raid. So I'm just going to do a very quick video to talk you through the features and the new stuff on this, the more long distance, almost off-road touring version of the Tenere 700. Let's get into it. So the big news for the World Raid is, like the previous World Raid that we had, this one still has dual fuel tanks with 23 litres. They're aluminium, they've been redesigned and reshaped to be more comfortable between your legs. They're still good for apparently 500 kilometres or just over 300 miles of range. The CP2 engine hasn't changed at all. That's still the same 73.4 horsepower unit that we've got in the current Tenere. But yeah, these big fuel tanks obviously designed to let you go further, but they're also designed to stop fuel sloshing around as much as you would have in one big 23 litre fuel tank. So that's why you've got two halves of it, to just sort the weight out and make it handle better than it would otherwise. You just had one big sloshy jelly mold of fuel joy. So not only do you have 7 litres more fuel than in the standard 2025 Tenere 700, one that I bought, you've also got loads of other new stuff on this World Raid. And I think lots of Tenere owners are going to either be giving this massive thumbs up or be saying, why couldn't you put this on all of them? The new bike has cruise control.
Yay!
I know from the Facebook pages and the forums, people have been dying for the Tenere to get cruise control, especially since at the start of 2025, the new model switched that ride-by-wire throttle, which could theoretically support cruise control, but it didn't get it. Well, the World Raid gets cruise control. But that's not the only new electronic thing on this bike. It now has a 6-axis IMU, so it's constantly monitoring the bike's pitch, yaw and roll, I guess, and it's using all of that stuff to give us, for the first time on a Tenere, lean sensitive ABS and traction control, but also slide control as well. So there's going to be off-road modes for the traction control and slide control. So this should be a good bike to learn to drift out of dirty corners on, which would be great for me, to be honest. But also, it's going to have off-road traction control. The 2025 Tenere 700, the TC system, really is only for road use. If you try and use it off-road, you'll just find yourself getting absolutely nowhere. So it's great that that has been changed for the World Raid. But otherwise, the ABS modes are still switchable, so you can have just front ABS, no rear for off-roading, or you can switch the whole thing off or have ABS on both wheels, as you would imagine. Oh yeah, quick point on that cruise control. It operates in 3rd gear and above, and you can adjust it in 1 or 10 km/h increments. So like the cruise control on other bikes that we've seen from Yamaha, like the Tracer 7 that I've got at the moment. Otherwise, this looks much like the updated 2025 Tenere 700. So you've got the new Yamaha switchgear with the indicator rocker switch that lots of people aren't too keen on, but I actually love, having done 2,500 miles on my 2025 T7. You've also got the new headlights, the new screen, which has a Raid theme, a bit like my rally version does, where it kind of looks a bit like a road book with twin trips. Haven't actually worked out how to use that, but this bike has got it. There's also new suspension for the World Raid model for 2026. So it's got upgraded KYB suspension over the standard T7. So this is fully adjustable. We've got a preload adjuster on top of the forks, and it's got 20mm more wheel travel than the standard T7 at both ends. I'm gonna have to read my phone here. You've got more stroke on the rear shock. That's up to 106mm. Overall ground clearance is 15mm greater than on the standard T7. So that's up to 255mm measured at the engine bash plate. It's got the same frame as the standard T7, the 2025 model, so that includes improvements over the previous bike, such as a strengthened exhaust hanger. Does still bend in my hard-earned experience, and also it's got the ability to take some hard luggage as well. It's also got a new 16-step adjustable steering damper, which you don't get on the other T7s, so far as I know. So that's also new for this World Raid. Basically, they've thrown a kitchen sink at this bike in terms of making it able to go off-road, but also be able to do long distances. And I guess by virtue of that, do more long distance on-road touring as well. Now, in terms of tyres, it still comes on the standard Pirelli Scorpion STR tyres, which Yamaha says are a 50-50 tyre. I guess they are technically, but you wouldn't want to do really more than gravelly, dry stuff on them. If you're going to go somewhere wet, somewhere muddy, stick some 80/20s or even more extreme on it, and you'll have a better time. Otherwise, it's standard 2025 Tenere 7 improvements. Things like the clutch actuators move 35 degrees forward, so it doesn't clout your boot and your shin as much. That's actually a really noticeable improvement. Also, things like the optional up and down quick shifter is now on this bike as well. The gearbox is smoother in gears 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, it's a 2025 Tenere 700, but finally with that 6-axis IMU, finally with cruise control, and it's got that new one-piece rally seat as well. And they've redesigned the seat to mesh more comfortably with the dual fuel tanks. But anyway, that's basically it. Comes in red or black, sorry, red line white. Red light? It doesn't come in red light white, I've written that down. It doesn't come in red light district. You can get it in white or black, and we don't know UK prices yet. It's going to be announced closer to Motorcycle Live in November, where the new 2026 Tenere 700 Well Raid will be available for your buttocks to sit on. Maybe. You might just be able to look at it from behind a rope, like you're kind of like a One Direction gig trying to pour Harry Styles in the crotch. Anyway, thank you for watching this. I just wanted to share the news because there's some good stuff coming to the Tenere 700 lineup. Do I want any of it on my rally model? In my early off-roading days, I would have wanted some more complicated traction control and ABS, but I'm already at the stage where I just turn everything fully off, ABS fully off, so I'm not too bothered about that. And the delivery from that CP2 engine is predictable enough that I don't think you really need it. Cruise control would be nice though for getting the motorway bits done before you go and do your off-road adventures. But other than that, I'm really happy with my rally. I don't really want the extra weight of 23 litres of fuel, and all that mass is gonna still be relatively high up despite the reshaped fuel tank. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll get to ride it next year. I can't wait. More Tenere stuff next year. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this. Hopefully my rats haven't been in the way. I don't think you've actually seen them. They're lovely. They're called Whiskers, Gem, and Splinter. I couldn't remember the third rat. Kept you on tenterhooks there. Goodbye.